What's up, guys and gals? It's the Tyrant here, and today I'm going to be fulfilling another one of your Halo exploration requests. I'm not going to lie, this one was not as easy as I hoped it would be. You know, you guys have been asking me to play a hunter ever since you've seen me play a grunt, so I figured I would do that, and there are essentially two ways to do it. But right from the get-go, I knew this was not going to be easy. I loaded up the salt on the control room simply because I wanted to try a different level for this video, and right out the bat, it spawned me below the cliffside. So right away I had to turn on wall running. Now this first methodology isn't going to come as a surprise. In order to play a hunter for this mode, all I did is the exact same thing I did with the grunt mode, and that's switch the Master Chief model out for the hunter. However, right out the gate, I knew that this was going to be a little bit more tough than I initially thought. You don't actually get to use the fuel rod cannon if you do this. I don't know how you enable it just by doing this in standard Halo PC, but everything I tried did not work. So you can't use the fuel rod gun, you can't pick up any weapons, you can't throw any grenades, you can't even melee. Essentially, you're just a spectator at this point. Now, fortunately, with the enableization of wall running, I was able to get back to the surface. My one goal here was to get to the end of the mission so that I could see the hunter in the infamous Master Chief cutscene where he puts Cortana in the Halo's control panel for the very first time. This was a lot more challenging than I thought. To quote Sergeant Johnson, the hunter's armor is tough, but it ain't invincible. It took quite a while. I actually did manage to survive for quite some time, but things like the Elite Energy Sword can still take you out fairly easily with just a couple of hits. Eventually, I stuck to the tactic of wall running, which, while that worked for a while, eventually it just didn't. There were too many enemies in the area, so I had to take it even another step further and enable flight. Using this methodology, I was able to actually get to the end of the mission, and I was so looking forward to seeing that cutscene, and then this happened. Now, I'm not exactly sure why it cut away from the cutscene. I don't know if it's because the Zealot got me with his energy sword at the last possible second, or if it's because the hunter just simply isn't designed well for this type of cutscene like the grunt was for Captain Keyes. But either way, that was a good 45 minutes right down the drain. That was just from this particular playthrough. It took about 3 hours total for me to get from start to finish without any weapons or anything. Even on easy, this is pretty tough to do. Fortunately, there is a second method to becoming a hunter. I learned this one from General Kidd / General Heed, and that's the concept of bump possession. Now, in order to do this, you need to be utilizing Halo Custom Edition. By default, Halo Custom Edition does not have a campaign loaded to it, so what you need to do is download the maps individually, maps that are actually made for Custom Edition, not the ones from Halo PC, ones that actually work with Custom Edition, which you can find online. And from here, you can enable the dev mode dev mode and console mode. From here, you can actually load up any of the campaign missions that you want without changing the fundamental UI of the game. After you get to this point, you want to enable bump possession. Now, personally, I decided to wait until the hunters showed up for assault on the control room, quite simply put, so that I wouldn't accidentally become a bunch of other Covenant here. I'll save that for another video. But what I did learn from here is that when you do take possession of a different creature, the Master Chief is still there. The downside right up front with this type of mode of actually accessing a hunter is you can't get very far. When you get to the next load point, it just simply freezes your character and you can't move. You have to load to the last checkpoint. I'm guessing it does this because the Master Chief is still detected as being in the game but not actually progressing through the mission, so the mission won't load properly. On the lighter note though, on the bright side, is that you have full functionality of the hunter. You can use the fuel rod gun, you can actually auto melee enemies, in this case the Marines, when they get too close, which I think is pretty awesome. And the Covenant think that they're your friends. Check out this guy. He's my bonded pair buddy. He's actually following me around. How cool is that? I've got a hunter for a friend. Basically, at this point, this is going to turn the taming of the hunters into the shaming of the elites. I had a lot of fun with this. I was surprised that unlike the Marines, the Covenant don't eventually turn on you. Maybe they do if you get enough of them, but in this case, they don't. I enjoyed watching this pair of hunters just run around. while I was killing his buddies. It was fun. So in this methodology, you can become a full-fledged hunter and take full advantage of the hunter and his abilities. Unfortunately, you can't play out the rest of the mission this way, but this is what it's like to play a hunter, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. What did you think of this video? Which method would you try? Would you like to simply swap places with the Master Chief, or is bump possession the way to go? And what would you like to see me try next? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, or please feel free to hit me up on Twitter at MythicTyrant. A link to my Twitter feed can be found in the description below, and I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy day to sit down and watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll consider subscribing for more great content right here on MythicTyrant.com. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll catch you all right back here next time, and as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.